Hello, friends, and welcome back to Joey Moss's world of Oko. You are so bright. This is a really cool card. A lot of hype around it, and he has daddy issues. He really does. He's a troublemaker. There's no denying this. And we have Oko with us today in the building. I know, it's pretty exciting. What do we make of this guy? He's got his shirt off, looks pretty excited, gonna wow the crowd. You know, he's got some magical stuff in his hand. And he's known for being a narcissistic jackie. That's right, I know, he's a little punk. And we're gonna find out a lot about him when we flip the page. Oosh! Oko, Thief of Crowns. Wow, finally, spoiler has arrived, and a good one at that. It is a 3-drop. Oko, Thief of Crowns. Gotta love the art on this sucker. Legendary Planeswalker Oko. It's +2. Create a food token. Huh? We'll talk about this. It's +1. Target artifact or creature loses all abilities and becomes a green elk creature with base power and toughness 3/3. This is not made up. This is the actual card, my friends. This is real. Okay. -5. Exchange control of target artifact or creature you control and target creature an opponent controls with power 3 or less. All right, let's try to break this down some, shall we? So we have, let me move this over a little bit. There we go. I like that better. So Oko, Thief of Crowns. Create a food token. What the heck is going to be a food token, and how is it going to be used? There's some rumors floating around right now that a food token, it's +2 Planeswalker ability, could be something as simple as maybe a -1/-1 or +1/+1, giving you the option of what that does. Because, as we all know, we're going into fairy tale land, and what happens in fairy tales? It doesn't stay in fairy tales. No, what happens in fairy tales with the food and whatnot, as I've been hearing a few people's arguments and stories and their ideas of what this could be, food could be good or bad. You have the bad apple. You eat that apple, bad stuff's going to happen to you. Same thing if you steal. And I bet this little punk right here, this little Oko punk right here, I bet he steals all the time. Wouldn't put it past him. Not only that, but you could also do the +1/+1. That's a possibility. So you create this food token. I mean, it has to be something along those lines. Like you eat it and ooh, maybe you get some kind of health back. Maybe you gain some life. Maybe you can sack it anytime you want and gain 2 life. I mean, if it's creating a food token, who is it feeding exactly? I mean, is it feeding me, the Wanderer, according to Mark, or you know, is it feeding one of our creatures? Maybe it's going to act as a resurrection piece. I think that might be what it is. The more I just sit here and talk about it, you know, just think of ideas, maybe that +2 would allow you to resurrect a creature. But if that's the case, that is extremely powerful ability for its +2. There's no denying that. But some other ideas floating around, I want to hear them, guys. Nobody knows right now what this is. All we know right now is that Oko Thieves of Crowns exists. Let's talk about his +2 over here. All right, this is going to be his masterpiece over here. Yes, this is what it's going to look like in all of its glory. That looks pretty sweet, though. Yeah, this is going to be the harder to find ones in the collector packs. I'm not sure if they're going to randomly be inserting this style art in the normal booster boxes, but Joey Moss is going to find out. We're going to be one of the first to crack it. That's right. So make sure you stick around for that. And be subscribed if you're not, so you don't miss that, you know, because we're going to be cracking them left and right. But yeah, Oko and playing with the decks on Arena. So it's create a food token. Any other ideas? I wish I should have done a live stream on this, I kind of feel. But it's +1. Target artifact or creature loses all abilities and becomes a green elk creature with base power toughness 3/3. I like that it gives you the option for artifact or creature. And in some cases, artifact and creature. If it's allowing us to target an artifact, then what I thought is going to be, what is true about this set to come is that there's going to be artifact heavy, or at least artifacts are going to be a competitive form or competitive deck in, you know, maybe even top 8 deck. in this upcoming meta with the release of Throne of Eldraine. I don't think that's too crazy to think about, especially when we had some very powerful artifact creatures reprinted recently. Steel, anyone? Yeah. Overseer's pretty nasty, and that could be, just a little, what's it called? A little insight, of what's to come. When the second I saw that card, I'm thinking, well, we're going into a standard where we're going to have a lot of artifacts. So his +1 here, target artifact or creature loses all abilities and becomes a green elk creature with base power and toughness 3/3. Why did they have to word it like that? That's another thing I want to examine. Why couldn't they just say target artifact or creature loses all abilities and becomes a 3/3? I guess they had to really go that route. They had to really specify it all. A 3/3. They could have said 3/3 green elk creature token. What? Why would they do that? With base power and toughness 3. Okay, I guess for whatever reasons they had to word it that way. But it seems like a little bit too much text there. So that's pretty cool. And it's a +1. I think that's one of the neatest things. It's a +1, and it's not until end of turn. It's a permanent thing. It doesn't just go away. Target artifact or creature loses all abilities and becomes a green elk creature with base power and toughness 3/3. That seemed kind of broken. Why does Simic always seem so busted, man? I just don't get it. And then it's -5 here. Exchange control of target artifact or creature you control and target creature and opponent controls with power 3 or less. That's nuts. And then maybe this create a food token, a +2, maybe that allows you. I'm trying to think in depth here, but I think I might have figured it out. Maybe that create a food token allows you to undo what you like their 3/3 elk creature. Maybe it undoes that. But why? I mean, if you're feeding, I'm really trying to dig hard here. Exchange control of target artifact or creature you control, and target creature and opponent controls with power 3 or less. It's very specific about that 3 or less. I guess if it was anything bigger, I mean, it could have been broken. Maybe. Man, that's tricky to think about. It is 4 loyalty counters that come onto it as well. Off rip. I'd say that's pretty good. 4 loyalty starting out. Oko, what are you going to be, man? This is really exciting stuff, guys. And which artwork do you like better? I think this one, I kind of like this one. It's almost like he's just sitting there kind of daydreaming, Where this one, he's more like, he's up to some real devilish things, like he's being a naughty boy with daddy issues, as we all know. Yeah, something's going on there, man. And that blue, only part of him's blue. Is his other arm green? Can we see his other arm? I don't know if that's, hey, you get out of here. We can't just get rid of that right now. That's my Twitch. If you guys aren't following me on Twitch, by all means, jump on Twitch and give me a follow. It'd be cool. We have a lot of fun over there. Yeah. So, I don't know. I guess his other arm is covered up. I think it's just blue. Is he a hidden merfolk? Is he really good? Is he like is this dude a merfolk? Do we know more about this guy? I have no idea. But right now, the creative food token, without knowing too much detail about Oko, we only know a little bit of the lore. There's really not a whole lot other than, he's a narcissistic little jerk off, basically is what he is. There's no two ways about it. That's just kind of what they have said so far. But he's full of like tricks. He's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve. Or in his pants or something. I mean, who knows? He's pulling them out somewhere though. But he's very mischievous. We're going to find out just how mischievous, and I'm sure there's going to be other versions of him to follow this, which is going to be pretty interesting as well. But I really want to hear your guys' opinions on what the heck you think that food token is. It could be the -1 +1s. I really just don't know. I hate to keep talking in circles here, but that's kind of what it is. And I think that +1's pretty nasty also. Create a food token. Could be used, gain some life. You could food token has sacrifice this token. Maybe a creature can heal 1 or 2 damage or something like that, or you can get that back, or it avoids that kind of loss of life to that creature, or also it could have the option to do the same to us, where it gives 1 or 2 life where we don't have to lose. We can sacrifice it and save ourselves by eating. Yeah, we might have something there. I don't know. Could be a possibility, though, my friends. All right, well, that is Oko. Tell me your thoughts on him. Plenty of more spoilers to come. Believe that. Believe you and me. Appreciate you guys tuning in. As always, I'm Joey Moss. I just say something random at the end of every video. There's no as always. Get out of here.